What's going on, JW Faction? My name is Joshua Williamson. It is Tier List Thursday, and for this tier list, I'm going to be ranking cereal. There's a bunch of cereals on here, and I'm going to be ranking them from S tier all the way down to D tier. Alright, let's get started. Let's start off with Apple Jacks. Apple Jacks, they're not the best cereal in the world, in my opinion, but they're pretty good. I'm going to put them at B tier. I think they're alright. Boo Berry. Boo Berry, out of all of the Halloween themed cereals, I think Boo Berry is my favorite. I really like that blueberry flavored cereal with those marshmallows. Boo Berry's a good cereal. Alright, Cap'n Crunch. Cap'n Crunch is a good cereal by itself. I'm putting it at B tier. Cap'n Crunch Berry's even better. I'm going to put that at A tier. Out of all the Cap'n Crunch cereals, Cap'n Crunch's Crunch Berries are my favorite. Alright, Sprinkled Donut Crunch. I've never had that, so I'm gonna have to leave it off. Alright, Cap'n Crunch Oops All Berries. These, a little bit overpowering. See, problem with Cap'n Crunch by itself, the classic one, it's kind of a bland cereal. However, hold on, I was checking my mic settings. But Oops All Berries, on the other hand, it's very overpowering and very overly sweet. But the berries combined with the original cereal, making the Cap'n Crunch's Crunch Berries, that's perfect. Just get off my screen, unhandled exception. Again, Sprinkled Donut I never had. The Cap'n Crunch's Peanut Butter Crunch. This is pretty good. I haven't had it in too long, though, so I don't know how it tastes today, so I'm putting it at C because I don't know how it tastes today, but when I tasted it when I was younger, it was very good. Classic Cheerios. A lot of people don't like the original Cheerios. They think they're boring, but I think that whole grain flavor by itself is pretty satisfying. I really like regular Cheerios. So they're going to get A tier. Chocolate Cheerios, these are okay. I'm putting them at C tier. I wish they tasted chocolatier. Anyways, up next is Frosted Cheerios. These are also pretty good. I'm putting them at C. Let's see, Rice Chex. Now, I don't eat Rice Chex by itself, okay? But when I make Muddy Buddies, I use that cereal, and it's really good for that. So, because of Muddy Buddies, I'm putting Rice Chex at A tier. Alright, up next is a Blueberry Chex. Never had that, so I gotta leave it off. Okay, Cinnamon Chex. I also never had that, so I'm leaving it off. Chips Ahoy cereal. Now, to me, this just tastes like Cookie Crisp, okay? And Cookie Crisp is a good cereal, so that Chips Ahoy cereal along with Cookie Crisp, I'm putting them at B tier. I think they're pretty good. Cinnabon cereal, never had that, so gotta leave it off. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, one, in my opinion, the greatest cereal ever. That's going at S tier. There's not a single cereal that's more flavorful than Cinnamon Toast Crunch. If you really think about it, there's not one that has more flavor than that. In my personal opinion. Cocoa Puffs. Cocoa Puffs are a great cereal. I'm putting them at A tier. Actually, no, I'll put them at S tier. They're a great cereal. Up next is Corn Flakes. Corn Flakes by themselves are very boring, very bland. I'm putting them at D tier. Simply because they do work for certain recipes, but they don't taste good as a cereal. They don't have any flavor at all. Alright, up next is Corn Pops. A lot of people don't like Corn Pops, but I like them. I'm putting them at B tier. They're not one of my favorite cereals of all time, but they hit the spot every now and then. Count Chocula. Count Chocula is a good Halloween themed cereal. I'm putting it at A tier. Actually, Count Chocula and Boo Berry are the only two Halloween themed cereals I had, and I like both of them. Cracklin' Oat Bran, never had that before. Hold on, let me get a drink. Alright. The Eggo Maple Syrup cereal. I forgot about this. This stuff actually tasted very good, though. I'm putting it at A tier. I think it's great cereal. I don't think they exist anymore, but I like them. French Toast Crunch, that actually ties with Cinnamon Toast Crunch as my favorite cereal of all time. French Toast Crunch, that's going to get S tier. Fantastic cereal. Excuse me. It has that... It actually tastes like, someone took French toast and, made it into, a crispy snack. It has that maple syrup flavor, and I love it. French Toast Crunch is fantastic. And alright, up next, Frankenberry. Never had that. I gotta leave it off. Fruit Loops, they're okay. I'm putting them at C tier. I get tired of them after a few bites of them. Excuse me. After a few bites of them, but they're alright. Frosted Flakes, I don't like Frosted Flakes. I think they taste like sugary air. I never liked them. Also, by the way, for those who are wondering, I forgot to say this in the beginning, but I eat cereal without milk. I eat cereal dry, okay? I don't like soggy cereal. I think when a crunchy food gets soggy like that, I think it's disgusting. It makes me want to throw up. So I don't eat milk with cereal. I eat it dry. Up next is Frosted Mini Wheats. These are fine. They help me get some fiber in, but it's really it. They taste okay, but they're not one of my favorites. Golden Crisp, I never had that, so I gotta leave it off. Golden Grams, this is a very underrated cereal. I'm putting it at A tier. It's a really good cereal. Gorilla Munch, I've never heard of that in my life. It's probably a cereal that doesn't exist anymore, or one that's only available in certain areas. I don't know, but I've never heard of it. Honey Bunch of Oats, this is a very good cereal. I'm putting it at A tier. Honey Bunch of Oats, really satisfying tasting cereal. Honeycomb, these are okay. I'm putting them at B tier. Honey Nut Cheerios, in my opinion, one of the best cereals ever. I'm putting that at A tier. Alright, up next is Hostess Donut cereal. This existed for a bit? Well, I've never seen it anywhere before, and I've never tried it. I gotta leave it off. Go Lean, I've never had that. Kix. I haven't had Kix in forever. I think the last time I had Kix was I was 10 maybe. I don't know, but they weren't bad from what I remember. They were okay. Crave. Crave's a very good cereal. I'm putting it at S tier. I think it's one of the best cereals ever. Cinnamon Life is also a very good cereal. That's going at A tier. Regular Life, it may work for certain recipes, but by itself, it's, just okay. So C. Lucio O's? What is that? I've never heard of that. Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms, in my opinion, suck. The marshmallows in there are pretty good, okay? The marshmallows are okay, but the cereal bits, they have the flavor of cardboard. They're very bland, so D tier. Nutter Butter cereal. That existed? I've never tried it. Oreo O's. These are okay. Not one of the best cereals I've had. C tier. Cocoa Pebbles, one of my favorites. I'm gonna put it up at S tier. Fruity Pebbles, also one of my favorites. Actually, Fruity Pebbles is my second favorite cereal of all time. Instead of Rice Krispies, Rice Krispie treats are great, but using Fruity Pebbles instead, or even Cocoa Pebbles, I think is even better. Try that if you haven't. Up next, Pop-Tart cereal. I don't think that exists anymore, and I never had it. Raisin Bran is just okay to me. It's both the Raisin Bran and the Raisin Bran Crunch. They're going at C tier. I don't think they're terrible, but not personally for me. Reese's Puffs, a really good cereal. I'm putting it at A tier. I wish they had a stronger flavor though. So, all right, Rice Krispies. Now, I've said in a post, my top 5 most hated cereals, Rice Krispies ranked number 5. Listen, Rice Krispie treats are fantastic, okay? One of the best, sweet treats you can make, okay? But Rice Krispies by themselves are just very mid. So, I'm gonna go easy on them because they're not a bad tasting cereal, just very bland. C tier. Cocoa Krispies, I don't like them as much as Cocoa Pebbles, but I like them. B tier. Up next, S'mores cereal. This is a very underrated cereal in my opinion. S'mores cereal is very good. I'm putting it at A tier. Let's see, Sour Patch Kids cereal. Never had that, never want to. Special K original. These are on the same level as Corn Flakes. So, D tier. No flavor by itself. However, the Special K fruit and yogurt, I actually think that's very good. Before I ate that, there used to be Fiber Plus. You guys remember the brand Fiber Plus? They have bars and cereal. Fiber Plus cereal had those little yogurt clusters in it, and I thought those were so good. And that same thing goes for the Special K fruit and yogurt. I'm sad the Fiber Plus cereal doesn't exist anymore, but at least I have that to replace it. That's A tier. I think the yogurt clusters and that fruit and yogurt cereal, I think those are addicting. Up next, strawberry frosted mini wheats. Again, same thing as regular frosted mini wheats, except strawberry flavored. Not very noticeable. They're just okay to me. All right, Trix. In my opinion, Trix, along with Fruity Pebbles, are the best fruity cereals. I feel like not enough people give Trix praise, but S tier. Trix is, I think Trix has the most flavor of all fruity cereals in my opinion. And Fruity Pebbles, the reason why I like them a little bit more is because how much more versatile they are, making different desserts. Fruity Pebbles, I just like Fruity Pebbles more because of that reason. Trix by itself, in my opinion, has more flavor. All right. Waffle Crisp, never had that, and Wheaties, I never had that, okay? Alright, but that's been my cereal tier list. Tier list, sorry. What do you guys think of this? If you disagree with me on any of these, that's perfectly fine. It's just my personal opinion. But what do you guys think? Push thumbs up below, them videos on this. If you like to see your thumb up, hey, see your thumb down. Also, show me my backup channel down in the description box. I'm sure to subscribe, become a member of the GW faction on a journey 10,000 subscribers. God loves you. See you later.